OGHuskyRadio.com. We're live and direct, man. Off-air conversations. The reason, the real reason why I do this show, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Who we got up in the spot?
Yo, I'm just gonna say I'm fucking pissed.
I was gonna tell you. How are you gonna pull that off?
No. Alright, Form, Warner, free my nigga Rogue, free my boy Bruce Jenner. Let's get it popping.
At FormHub, FormHubb on Instagram. What does the name Form mean? What the fuck? Why are you writing that on walls and shit?
It doesn't really mean anything, but at the same time, it's kind of grown to mean something. It started out as nothing, you know, but I've noticed in my writing style, it's like, I don't know, I really like straight lines, and I don't know, it's kind of like flow has kind of been like hard for me, and I'm just trying to like venture into all that, you know, but.
So is it the straights? Was that would you consider that your style? You're pretty much known for the straight lines. You know what I mean? So is that because of the name, or is that just how you prefer to hit? Or
I mean, it's just kind of, I guess, what felt comfortable at first, and I'm trying to get outside of it.
Okay.
Like nowadays, I'm kind of working on some new shit. Got some tricks up the sleeve that people ain't seen yet, but.
Well, when can we see them? When will we see them?
To be honest, I've just been like too busy bombing and getting fucked up, but to real fucking like go somewhere and spend too much time on something.
Any cruise? What cruise you from?
Oh, Warner, baby.
Straight Warner, right?
Warner.
How long have you been doing it for?
About 2 years right now.
And I appreciate the honesty, you know what I mean? Because I'll be like, oh man, in fucking second grade, I was out
18 years, dog.
And I'm 17. So 2 years. What got you into it? Like, how'd you get into it?
I don't know, man. I've always kind of loved it and appreciated and watched from a distance, you know. But I saw just kind of like some hometown heroes, mainly the SDS cats, just like Forge and this dude. Shout outs to Texer. I painted solo for 6 months, not with one person, and I met some of the SDS dudes at like some random yard, and like all of them were like, nah, like he might be a cop, but like that full Texer was like, he showed me some love and like he painted with me, so shout outs to him.
Are you a bomber, piecer, writer?
Oh, a bomber, absolutely.
Where did graffiti start?
I mean, for me, it was the first influences, I would say, like I said, like the hometown heroes and shit, but also like Style Wars, like just like watching that shit and just like seeing like, I mean, you said like where it started. I mean, shit, like that's where it really started, you know, and like that just like got me like feeling a type of way. Like I've always wanted to get a quote from Case tatted. Like
what quote do you want tatted?
There's a part where they're interviewing Case, and he's like, yeah, vandalism, all right, and yeah, I don't know, like that shit always like stuck with me, like, you vandalism, like.
So is it art or vandalism what you do?
I was vandalism, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
But you're just trying to make it look nice or legible?
Shit, I mean, I fucked up like 100% of the time. If it looks nice, that's cool, but I'm just trying to go out and have fun, you know.
Are there any rules? What are the rules you go by?
Don't be an asshole.
You know that's pretty much will get you through life, though, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean,
that's not even necessarily a graph rule. That's like a life rule, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's common sense, you know. Like,
where'd you get that from?
My mama.
So I'll tell you after. So then maybe we need to know, we know who to blame for all these disrespectful fools fucking up the game. We just talking shit. Is it political for you, dog? Like, is it political? Graph political? You know,
as of right now, no. I mean, I know I'm anti a lot of shit, but I've never really I mean, put that with like my graph, but maybe one day. I mean, shit, with the dumbass bitch we got in office right now, I mean, I might have to start getting political, but
Word
Mm,
up. That's why I put it out there. You know what I mean? Because if you
yeah,
are anti, and I think, what is it? The future is now. You know what I mean? So not
yeah. You
we
can't
gotta
let
wait.
that shit fly.
Word up. How much in a week would you dedicate? Do you dedicate to what you do? Like in a week?
Um, I mean, here recently in the last couple months, I've been trying to just kind of like take a step back and like really like plot my spots and like pick winners, pick rockers, pick like sick ass heavens and shit like
What
that.
what 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 makes you pick? What fuck it? We're gonna let people jump ahead so the cat listening right now will be like, okay, why is his spots rocking for so long? What makes you pick a spot? What is it? Is it the location? Is it?
It's if I see a spot then I can access that there's only like a 20% of me dying. That's what makes me pick a spot.
What do you prefer to hit?
Heavens,
Heavens?
heavens, roofs, walkouts.
Shit.
Like that's where the money's at. Like I don't know. When I first moved out to LA, like I was just hitting what I didn't realize at the time. They were just like popular buff spots that like people hit like every 2 months, and I thought that shit was so sick. But it's like, nah, you gotta go higher, gotta go ballsier.
Damn. So then that's purposely done then. But is it you're willing to risk more than the next cat or like
Um,
for the spot to stay rocking? Like what you're willing to risk? You said 20% chance, but some of those spots are like fucking. You know what I mean?
yeah, some of the spots might be a little higher percentage, but yeah, I don't know. These cats are scared to live. I'm down to die.
What's one spot where you surprised yourself? Or like, damn, fool, you pulled it off. Like,
Um, probably probably that 110 bridge spot where OTR got that on the rise. I don't know. I hit that shit. Low key, that was one of the first spots in LA I ever painted,
oh shit.
and that was rocking for a minute, and then OTR did the on the rise, and that shit got buffed. But I'm not gonna hate for a second because like Adzi did that on the rise, and Adzi hit the spot that I caught first, and that was like one of my first major influences to like start writing. So like I can't hit on that whatsoever. Props, like shout outs to those
One
fools.
thing I notice is that like the cats that are successful in doing it, they know like even if it's just that little bit of the history of that one spot, but they're always like that's why we do it like to archive it, but
Yeah,
people out there doing it archive within themselves. You know what I mean? Like even for you to
yeah,
break down, you could easily, and it is about ego. Like you could easily say, "Nah, I hit that spot." Like, "Nah, I hit that spot." They came back, hit it harder, and then but he had it first. Like it just trip
yeah,
out that
yeah. You gotta show respect. Like that was
straight
probably
up.
my sickest spot,
Uh-huh.
and like it got buffed because of that fool. But I only had that spot because he
He
did
had
it
it
first.
first. That's
Like,
dope. Why do you do it, man?
um, I don't know. I've always kind of been an adrenaline junkie, and just kind of feeling like
So then,
on edge. Like,
what were you doing before? I mean, to fix that adrenaline rush before Grav,
oh, I was smoking hella meth,
hella meth.
hella meth.
So then, is meth the gateway drug to graffiti? No.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I was boofed out of my mind, and like I kind of got tired of that shit, and I was like sober for a minute, and I just felt like antsy. I was like, fuck, like I gotta do something.
Well,
And
stick to the graph, dog. I'm just saying, it's more
yeah,
productive, dog. Like that.
yeah,
Damn
it's
it.
better.
Yeah, it's
better.
a lot better, a lot better. Is it better hitting the spot or going back to see it rock?
Hitting the spot, man, every fucking time, like 10 out of 10 times, because like when you're up there, like you're feeling that rush, like you're hyped on life, but you're fearing for your life, and yeah, man. I mean, coming back is sick as fuck too, because you're like,
Pulled it off.
yeah, that's me. But,
Who do you want to read it? Like, who do you want to see it?
I don't know. It's kind of funny when I first started writing, like within the first couple months, and I don't know if I said this earlier, but like I wrote completely solo for like 6 months, and like I was just hitting like trains and like freeway spots like out in the IE, and like I would think about it back then as like, oh my god, like so many people are gonna like see this freeway spot, but it's like only 1% of those people really care. So at
Yeah.
this point, it's like when I started, it was
Hold
like
up, go on.
because when I started, it was because like everyone's gonna see it, but it's like, no, it's for the culture, you know,
Straight up.
like, you know, it's for all you dudes that feel the same, you know.
Is it a hobby or a lifestyle?
Oh, lifestyle for sure.
Lifestyle. Is it worth it
So far,
so far? Is the risk worth the reward then? Is I guess?
absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
How about legals? We ever catch you doing legals?
Shit, I mean, I haven't done any yet, but I mean, if someone wants to foot the bill for like some nice ass paint, and I get to like go on a main street carefree, like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're a fucking dumbass to say no to that. Like,
How about stickers and wheat paste? Is that graph for you or something you participate in or?
wheat paste, I can't co-sign.
Okay.
Stickers, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, that's one of the elements, you know. Like, you can't disregard that.
What's the longest you've been out of spot?
Every time I go to like a chill ass spot, like I don't know, like a ton of like something like really chill where I could be there like fucking all day if I wanted to. Like, I always like I'll go with like an idea, and I'll say I'm gonna be there for like 2 or 3 hours, but like I hit 45 minutes, I'm like, fuck. You know, like I get bored. You know, it's that bombing mentality. You know.
Word up. Do you patrol your spots?
Yeah, you know, but at the same time, I haven't been writing that long, you know, and when I first started writing, there's a couple times where I got capped by like dudes that are like for sure sicker than me, you know. So like, what are you gonna patrol like a sicker cat that like whenever you like, nah. But I mean, the couple times, the few times where there's been like some lames, like absolutely, you know, but. I'm not gonna start no beef with like some dude sicker than me. Hell no.
So what is it like? So are you continually evolving so that when you're at the level like right now I could go over that person? Do you look at it like that or?
Yeah. I mean, I still try and like respect people and like respect spots, you know. But I mean, if there's like, there has been times where I've like gone over like garbage.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I would never go over like someone like I know or respect, you know?
Will you ever stop doing it?
Nah. Nah, like, even when I'm like an old, decrepit old man and I'm like buying a house in the middle of nowhere, like that shit better be next to a train yard.
Is the internet good or bad for graffiti?
Shit, I mean, all the OGs I've heard it say just bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, like, I respect where they're coming from, but at the same time, like, I'm a young gun, you know,
Yeah.
like, I've been doing this shit, like, 2 years. I mean, like, it has its pros and cons, you know, like, it gives, like, whack hats, like, the ability to, like, flex, and, like, but at the same time, it's, like, it exposes, like, people to just the scene, you know, like more than it could have like before the internet, I guess.
What's the ultimate goal? What do you stand to gain from doing it and risking your life, man, for them spots, man? What do you plan to gain from it?
The ultimate goal is, I don't know, shit, man. Like the ultimate goal, like I've already received it, you know, like I've already
Shit.
received like not just a hobby, but like a passion that I'm like fallen in love with, and like it's taken over my life, and you know, like I've already received everything I can from it, you know, and I'm gonna fucking milk it for all it's worth.
Straight up. OGHuskyRadio.com at FormHub, FormHubb on Instagram. Craziest story, man, you've ever had happen while doing all what you do, man?
Fuck. It was actually just a couple weeks ago. I was on like the north side of the river, and I've been like plotting out like this walkout bridge, and fuck, man, it was a really long bridge, and I had to like shuffle between like the panels like a long way, and like I was trying to flex a little too hard. I did like a top and bottom like two-tone. I did like the white shines. And like when I was doing my outline, I was a long way from the ledge, and I was like, fuck, like my arms started like fucking like shaking and like giving out while like holding on to like.
You weren't just sobering up?
Oh,
You ever thought of that?
It'd be like that sometimes, Husky.
I'm
No.
an alcoholic too, dog. I just be knowing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, where my alcoholics at? Fucking, I need that 211 sponsor, you know. But yeah, dude, I was out there like doing.
So,
my,
like, let's say you're doing it, your arms are going out. What is it now? Is it like finish it or just get the fuck out of here? What's the mind state when you're that, like, you're already
Well,
that deep in it? You got two tones already, two colors already rocking.
Yeah, I mean, it was on like some mental shit, you know, like fuck, like, first off, like, I'm not gonna come back to this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave it unfinished. But yeah, it was pretty gnarly, dog, because it was like, cause I mean, I've hit like my fair share of like spots like that, you know, but that was like the first time that like I was fucking winded, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't fear for like my balance, you know, like
Yeah.
I know how to like navigate around that shit, but it's like. Fuck, you know. So that was probably the craziest shit, you know.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, like, again, you know, like that spot's gonna rock. God knows how long, but I mean, probably at least like a couple years, you know, like nobody else has that bridge.
Will we ever see you in the future hitting spots sober?
Well, shit, yeah. I mean, if I do end up being sober one day, like, Lord knows I'm gonna need graffiti to like stay sane as a human being, you know. Like, I can't be sober like without graph. Like, I'll fucking kill myself. Like,
You had mentioned to me off there if you feel comfortable talking about it, or if not, we could just, you know. But I just want
yeah,
when you purposely moved in to the Skid Row area because you wanted to engulf yourself in the Los Angeles subculture and the Los Angeles graph scene.
yeah.
Who the fuck does that, dog? Like,
I mean, I've been writing. I don't know. I was toying it up hard for like a minute,
okay,
and then I started getting like a little bit better, and I started like driving out to LA, and like I fell in love with that shit because it was like
Damn.
me transferring from like toy as fuck like freight bombing to like being only a little bit toy and like bombing in the city, and like and I just fucking fell in love with it, dog. And I fucking took a job in Vernon. I commuted fucking 2.5 hours each way from fucking where I was staying at, to stack up money for 2 months to get a shitty ass apartment. No, not even an apartment. To rent a shitty ass room inside an apartment, like on 7th and
around the area,
yeah,
around the area, yeah.
Like right in the heart of Skid Row, and like.
Damn.
No, but low key, like that shit cracked off, like that shit cracked off hard. Like I met people like way outside of my league, like in that spot because like I just had like the pregame party pad like before we went out and paint, you know,
Damn,
and
bro.
like, and yeah,
I just want
dude.
people out there to realize that, like, this dude worked. This fool rode his bike. Like, this dude saved his money so he could like be in the midst of like what is the heart of Los Angeles graffiti.
Yeah, a lot of you dudes too scared to work. I'm just gonna say that right now. A lot of you dudes too scared to work. Put in an honest day's work.
So, but still want the paint sponsorship, right? Still want the paint sponsorship though, right? Of course.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'll take a 211 sponsorship
First.
before that, but
Priorities, right? Priorities. And
dang.
shit. Man, I want to thank you for coming through, dog. Any shout outs before we cut out, man?
Oh, fucking, I don't know. Just fucking shout out to all the homies. Fucking Beer Me, all my SFUs, Texer. Fuck, I don't know. Roll with a small circle. I guess that's it.
All right.
I love my peeps, and thanks for having me on, dog.
OG Husky Radio. Stay posted. More interviews to come.